Hello and happy Monday, everybody. We're going to be starting here in a few seconds. We'll wait to see if anybody else is going to be joining us, and we'll get things started. I hope you all had a great weekend. And if you had any interesting stories or anything happened during your gigs, please let us know. Send us a message. We'd like to share some stories. It does help other people in the group, especially those that are just starting out. Okay, let's go ahead and get things started. So today, we're gonna be going over a kind of a timeline as far as if you have a gig, what are some of the things that you should be doing to prepare yourself? So kind of a step-by-step of some things that maybe you are or not aren't covering. And some of these steps might help you lessen your stress as well as be more prepared and be more productive. So what we're going to be talking about once again is 360 booth gig timeline. And so the whole purpose of this video is to help you prepare and plan for your gig. For those that are just starting out, a lot of people are looking at what they can do to get ahead, prepare themselves, and maybe prevent some unwanted happenings from happening. So let's go ahead and share our screen here. And there we go, 360 booth gig timeline. So the first thing that we're going to go over here is the day before. So you've already booked this gig. It's on your calendar. Now it's come to the day before. Let's say hypothetically Saturday is your gig. So on Friday, what should you be doing on Friday? All right. So first thing is you want to make a little checklist. So what I would do is I would go and make a document ahead of time and create a bunch of copies, which is a checklist. So that way you can actually list all of the inventory items that you have, all the things that you need for the gig. And then that way you can just go and check them off the list. This will definitely help than just winging it. So you want to go ahead and list all of your equipment, your props, any cables, extension cords you may need, batteries, promotional material. Very important to make sure you're bringing your promotional material. You want to get there and realize that you could have handed out something like flyers or advertising, or maybe like a little sticker with your QR codes or hashtags. And you want to make sure that everything is charged. Anytime you're using any type of batteries, could be for capturing social media if you have an external camera, your cell phone, all those things are charged. You want to make sure you check this off and you look at your checklist and make sure all these things are done. The last thing you want to check up on is whatever it is you're going to be wearing. Don't wait till the day of the event to decide what you're going to be wearing. If it needs to be pressed, if it needs to be cleaned, do that the day before. That way everything is just ready to go. It will lessen your stress, definitely. So all of that's done. You get a good night's sleep. The next day, you're going to be this is going to be the day of the event, pre-event. All right. So what you want to do is you'll want to make sure that you send out a text and an email to whoever hired you, notifying and confirming what time you're going to be there, the location, everything. That way, if there are any changes, because things do happen, and believe me, if there is a change that has happened, let's say with the venue or the times or everything, you're probably one of the last people they call to notify you of that change. They're going to be worried about guests and family, and a whole bunch of other things than to notify you. And it could mean the difference between you arriving at the location super early, super late, just off timing. And it will save a lot of headaches if you have a point of contact that you can send a confirmation. And if there is a change, there's more likely a chance that they'll actually say, you know what, things have changed, or there's times have changed, and they'll be able to notify you of that, saving you a headache. Now, the next thing you want to look at is travel time. You want to make sure that you've mapped out where the location is, some alternate routes if possible, how long it's going to take for you to get there. I would probably say, depending on your local areas where there's traffic. If you live in, I lived in Los Angeles. I grew up in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, and traffic is, it's a big thing. It is a thing over there. So, of course, you usually want to give yourself about an hour extra time than it says that, the normal travel. So make sure you're aware of that so you can arrive plenty of time to scope things out. So now you drive over, you have all your equipment, you get there. What's the first thing you want to do? You'll want to get out and you'll actually want to go and check out what the best route is to take your equipment in. Some places have some restrictions on you taking equipment through lobbies. They have back areas, loading docks, and everything like that. So you want to kind of get there in enough time to make sure that you plan your route in. You go in, you check out where the location is, where you're going to be setting up. You make sure that whatever it is you're setting up, if you need to be near power, that's all set up. You also make sure that you're not going to be in an area where someone potentially is going to tell you you have to move. So try to get all those things squared away. If you could do that before this day, even better. But if not, go in there, talk with the staff, tell them that's where you want to set up. Make sure that they don't actually tell you, no, you have to move. So that would be definitely an important thing. Are there elevators? Elevators are going to take extra time to go up and down. Also, check your Wi-Fi as well. So with a lot of you need Wi-Fi. So you make sure that you're able to go ahead and have a good Wi-Fi signal. So be prepared for that. Check all these things out before you actually start unloading your vehicle. Okay. The next thing you'll do is you'll go back and you'll get all your equipment and you'll start to set up your booth. And then what you want to do is give it a few test runs. Just make sure everything is working, that you're prepared and ready to go. Next thing you know, time is rolled around. It is showtime. And you are there. The guests are coming in. They're going to want to start coming over to the booth. Make sure that your guests know the rules. I've seen a lot of people do a smart thing, which is to post the rules on a plaque or something that they can lay down on the table. Some of those rules that I've seen are making sure children are not coming in unattended, that people are not bringing drinks too close to the equipment, that people are stopping and taking a look, making sure that the arm has fully stopped before they're getting off the platforms. So there are quite a bit of things you can list on the rules. The next thing is you're going to want to be always promoting your business. Have business cards or some kind of cards ready to promote your business. Talk to people, and that way you can maximize your time there, that you'll also be marketing. You also would like to check in with those who hired you. Make sure that everything is to their satisfaction. Try to get a photo with them. That's always great for social media, Instagram. Also, try to get them on the spinners, some video, and in the end, ask them for a good review. So when everything is said and done, check in with them, make sure they're happy, and ask them for a review. This is the time to do it when the event's over and hopefully everything ran smooth. So those are all things to think about in terms of when the event is running. The one thing I did forget to mention is on the day before is props. Make sure that you have your props. Make sure they're all in good condition too. You don't want to show up with a bunch of broken props that are unusable. So that'll kind of wrap things up. And the last thing, of course, is it's time to pack up your gear. Make sure that you have that checklist. That's where you want to bring that checklist back out to see where you're at. If something came up missing when you're going off your checklist, then you know that you need to replace that, and you can do that before the next gig. So instead of realizing that on the next gig, go on that checklist, check everything else that you brought over, and making sure that you're bringing it back and it's in good condition. Also, check in with the location staff. If there's someone there that is like a manager or something of the location, then make sure you check in with them, making sure that, hey, I've cleaned up my area. Is there anything else? And then promote your business to them. Get their business cards, have them reach out. If they can refer anyone to you, maybe offer them some kind of a referral fee. But that's a good time for that. Let's see if there's anything else. Just make sure you leave your information and make sure you're networking with everybody there. That's probably the best. Those are the best tips that I could leave you with. If there's anything that I've forgotten, I'm sure that a lot of you have been doing this business for a long time, might have some other tips. Make sure you're commenting in the comment section on the Facebook page. We also are going to be posting this again on our YouTube channel under the playlist. If you have any comments and you are unable to leave it on the Facebook group, leave it on the YouTube channel as well. Well, thank you again for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you have any type of content that you're looking for in terms of that will answer your questions or help you along with your business, make sure you're contacting us and let us know, and we'd love to make that happen for you. Take care now, and you have a good evening if you're joining us on the East Coast, and on the West Coast like us, have a great afternoon. Safe drive home. Bye-bye.